This Hall of Fame player cannot stop making the motherfucking news. Goddamn, Shannon Club Shay Sharp and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, what they call them, right? Oh,
Yeah, they call him Unc. They used to call him Unc. It seemed like everybody just happy to see this man fail now, but I don't even think he fell. He just you can't be making these dumbass decisions at the age that you are. That's all, you know. You can't be doing this. But recently,
players
I
fuck
think
up too.
everybody. I've been saying that shit all. You know what I'm saying all week about this man. Just players fuck up too. That's all y'all need
Yeah,
to know.
well, I ain't judging Shannon. Players fuck
Not
up
at
too.
all. But regardless of the, you know what I'm saying, of that situation, you know what I'm saying, I ain't even worried about that shit. He paid his dues quite literally. Shit, that situation. But a new situation has arose on the horizon or whatever. And shit. And it's him and Ocho's being sued for $20 million.
Oh, they spent somebody spinning the block. Goddamn.
And I'm like, damn, they trying to get both of them now, huh? So they're suing
Is this a
Nightcat.
legend? Is this a legend? Is this a real thing?
Nah, this is a real thing, right?
Oh man.
This is from the lady, and I don't know her name. I don't have it right in front of me, but it's from the y'all know who it is, the
Yeah, don't
older
say it.
lady.
Don't say it. I don't want to get sued neither.
All the legend and entertainment purposes. Shout out to Nicki Minaj and
We
shit.
playing. No,
But
no.
but the
Oh.
older lady that was licking and kissing on the cherries in front of Usher at his show and shit. He got this little segment in the show that he walk around with like fruits and like I think strawberries and cherries and shit. And he dangle them in front of the women's faces and they put their tongues and play and all that type
Yeah, you know
of
what?
shit.
I'm gonna let you finish. I got boy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Shannon Sharpe and Ocho was talking about it just like every other podcast that saw that clip was talking about it. And, but they had said that the lady was married, and apparently she's not married. And she said that they caused damage to her relationships and her potential relationship status and all this other type of shit by saying that she was married and she did her husband dirty by licking Usher's cherries. Shit. So, so she's suing for $20 million in damages and shit, emotional damage and shit.
Yeah. Like
What you
what?
think about this? Before I get into my thoughts about it, because I'm not going to hold my tongue. What you think about this, bro?
Yo, listen. People gotta stop doing stuff where everybody can see you and then get mad when the world has an opinion.
When motherfuckers talk about it,
Yeah. You want to be swinging your tongue all around playing with cherries and shit, but then when
crazy
somebody
work,
talk about it, oh, I got a job. You had a job when you was licking on cherries,
like a
but that
motherfucker.
did not stop you from doing that. You knew you had a job then, right? Like you did that happened long before they said
Nah,
anything
you ain't lying.
about it. Like you have to also watch how you conduct
That's a fact.
yourself. If that's the case, like yeah, like that had nothing
Word.
really to do with Shannon or Ocho. You went out there and you doing that when you had the actual job. So
Yeah, you can't get mad at me for reacting to something that you did in public.
uh,
Like it's not like motherfuckers was you and Usher was in the intimacy of you know what I'm saying your
and
home. Y'all was in the
and listen
stadium like
and listen. I
20,000
feel,
people.
but my thing is, man, that listen, that woman is entitled to enjoy her life and have a good time.
No
I
doubt.
have no problem with that. People ain't perfect, and that's what makes life life. But don't go suing nobody for not being perfect either.
Yeah, and then you can't sue for fucking up a relationship that you never had. You said that you wasn't married, so why you getting mad that they said that you was married? You
Where
know
did
what I'm
they where,
saying?
where did
So
they get that information that she was married from?
honestly, I don't know. It might have just
Oh,
been information that was just floating throughout the ethers of the internet. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, cause
Throughout
yeah,
social medias and shit like that. But
mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
'cause
it
I
could
think
have
she
been
was
even
having.
just them. You know how both of those guys get. It could just been a scenario that they was just making up, and she took it as
Oh,
they said.
scenario. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that was always a thing, right? You know, and people were
Right.
saying like, "Boy, what happened to Usher walk up and that's your
Right.
lady."
Right.
Boy,
It could have been easily Shannon saying some shit like, well, imagine if she has a husband, how would he feel? And then she probably just took that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what verbatim what was said, but even though they're talking about something that was done in the public space in front of like 20,000 people, and you was licking that man cherries in front of everybody. And the funny thing about this shit, I don't know if I ever see these videos of Usher doing this shit with these women. His bodyguard be having the funniest express because he looked like everybody in the crowd stink. Like the bodyguard be pissed off that Usher is doing this shit. Like he be fucking mad and shit. Like, why do I gotta be down here walking in this musty ass crowd? That's how he look all the time and shit. But that's the
Oh
funniest
man.
parts to me is just watching the bodyguard reaction to Usher and these nasty ass people doing these fruit licks and shit. Now I'm blaming Omarion for this shit. I know Usher is doing it a little bit more
The
sensual.
watermelon. The
I'm
watermelon.
like,
Yeah. I knew when
I
seen that,
know.
I said, yeah, he ain't gonna let that one down. He ain't gonna let
Nah,
that
not at
down.
all. Not at all. Because he
Yeah,
did that shit on
yeah,
Juneteenth too, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Juneteenth when he did that shit on that shit. So it was
yeah.
like it was a lot of niggatry going on that day.
Yeah,
And
I
shit. I
want to
just
say,
was
what was that doing the verses? No,
yeah,
it
it was the
wasn't doing the
verses
verse.
with
It
him
was.
and Mario and shit. Yeah,
With
him
Mario
and
wasn't
Mario.
his, it was him and his brother. Mario just had to be the person they was
Well,
performing
yeah,
against.
well,
It was
yeah,
him.
he was
I mean,
versing against that motherfucker. But yeah, it was O'Melon and I mean Omarion and Orion, right?
yeah,
I think
something
that's the
like
name.
that.
Yeah,
But let
but
me
it was
ask you
them two
something.
niggas. Yeah,
Did the motherfuckers at Leaf have seeds? Because you know they be out here giving out fake watermelon.
I don't even know. I think it has seeds. I think
Oh,
Omarion's smart
okay.
enough to eat the organic versions of
Oh, okay,
watermelon and
cool.
shit.
All right, man. At least to that shit.
But yeah, so she's showing club. I mean not club session. Nightcap for 20 mil. She's not gonna get it. I don't even
Oh,
think
okay.
this shit isn't even going to go too far. Especially because like what we are basically saying is this shit is public access and people is doing nothing but reacting to what we see. The
Mm-hmm.
commentary that comes from it is just the commentaries that comes from it. You
Right.
can't once you out in the public eye, you can't really.
Yeah, people gonna
It's
have
not like they,
opinions.
yeah, it's not like they saying you a piece of shit by any means, nothing like that. They was just
Right.
reacting to what they were seeing. So
Right. Yeah, you know what I mean?
and that's just how it is on social media. And I think she understand that, and it's more so of a payday is also a way to keep your name relevant, and you know what I'm saying, in the news cycle and shit like that. So
Right. Okay.
shout out
Well,
to Club Shay Shay, shout out to goddamn Ocho and those guys. You know
shout
they
out to the lady with the chair, the
shout out
cherries.
to the lady with
I'm sure
Usher
she had.
cherries in her
Yeah,
mouth.
I'm sure she enjoyed her night too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Look.
was the highlight of her life, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I ain't
I'm
saying
not
none of that.
saying no. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but you know, this is it's an entertainer putting
Nah,
his
I
cherries in your
got you.
mouth. You know, so she probably. I mean,
You
she
talk.
was on the older side, so she probably had a couple entertainers cherries in her mouth before. You know what I'm saying? But it's Usher though. It's
I ain't
Usher.
saying
I
none of
can
that.
understand if you got your bitch taken by Ti, but
Uh,
Usher. Nah, shout out to the Boondocks, man.
I ain't saying none of this.
Sexy flexy ass nigga like Usher and shit.
Right.